In the lush, vibrant kingdom of Ufalme Miti, where the baobabs whispered secrets and the rivers sang ancient songs, lived Prince Jelani, the most handsome and noble heir to the throne. His father, the wise and powerful King Jabari, had one command for his son before he could take the crown. Find a woman who loves you for your heart, not your title. Prince Jelani, though adored by many maidens in the kingdom, grew weary of their flattery and endless gifts. They saw only his golden armbands, his royal robes, and the future throne, not the man who loved stargazing, storytelling, and dancing barefoot in the rain. One evening, under the glow of the harvest moon, Jelani disguised himself as a simple farmer and ventured into the village of Kijiji-cha-Ukbepo. Where the winds carried both laughter and sorrow. There, he met Adanna, a fierce and independent potter, with hands that modeled clay into art and a heart untouched by greed. Adanna, unaware of Jelani's true identity, treated him as an equal. They spent evenings by the fire, sharing dreams. She spoke of opening a school for village children, while he confessed his fear of ruling alone. Their love grew like the sacred fig tree, deep-rooted and unshakable. But fate was cruel. When Jelani finally revealed his true self, expecting Adanna's joy, she instead turned away in betrayal and anger. "You lied to me," she whispered, her voice trembling. "Was our love just another royal game?" Heartbroken, Jelani returned to his palace, but the sorrow was not private for long. Princess Nia, a cunning and beautiful noblewoman from a neighboring kingdom, arrived with an offer of alliance, marriage in exchange for peace. King Jabari, pressured by his council, urged Jelani to accept. Yet, Jelani's heart still burned for Adanna. On the eve of his wedding, Jelani sneaked back to Kijiji-cha-Ukbepo, where he found Adanna's workshop abandoned. The villagers told him she had left, believing herself unworthy of a prince. Desperate, he raced to the river of tears, where legend said heartbroken souls went to vanish forever. There, beneath the silver cascade, Adanna stood, ready to let the waters wash away her pain. Jelani fell to his knees. "I would give up my crown if it means keeping you," he pleaded. Torn between duty and love, Adanna faced him. "A king must rule with truth," she said. "If your heart is mine, prove it, not with words, but with sacrifice." The next morning, before the entire kingdom, Jelani shocked the courts. "I will not marry for power," he declared. "I choose love." Princess Nia stormed away, vowing war. King Jabari, though furious, saw the fire in his son's eyes, the same fire his late queen had once carried. With a heavy sigh, he nodded. A king who fights for love is a king worth following. Jelani and Adanna wed under the sacred baobab. Their union mended the rift between royalty and village. Together, they built the first school in Ufalme Miti, where every child, prince or farmer could learn. And though storms came, wars, droughts, and betrayals, their love remained unbroken, proving that even the mightiest kingdoms are built not on gold, but on truth, sacrifice, and a heart's unyielding choice. Years had passed since Prince Jelani defied tradition and married Adanna, the village potter turned queen. Their love had brought prosperity to Ufalme Miti, and their school flourished, teaching both royals and commoners under the same roof. But peace, like the dry season, never lasted forever. One evening, as the drums of celebration echoed through the kingdom, marking the birth of Jelani and Adanna's first child, a storm, darker than any before, rolled over the horizon. With it came Princess Nia, the woman Jelani had once rejected. But she was no longer just a scorned princess. Clad in armor forged from blackened iron, Nia stood at the gates of the palace with an army of warriors, her eyes burning with vengeance. "You humiliated me, Jelani," she hissed. "Now, I will take everything from you." Nia was no ordinary enemy. She had spent years in exile, learning the dark arts from a sorcerer in the Cursed Mountains. With her blood ritual, she unleashed a terrible plague upon Ufalme Miti. Crops withered, children fell into endless sleep, and Adanna herself grew weaker each day. The royal healers were powerless. "This is no natural sickness," whispered the oldest medicine woman. "This is a curse, and only the one who cast it can lift it." With his kingdom crumbling and his beloved wife fading, Jelani faced an impossible decision: surrender his throne to Nia in exchange for the curse end, or watch his people perish. Adanna, though weak, gripped his hand. "Do not give her what she wants," she pleaded. "There is another way." Deep in the royal archives, they uncovered an ancient prophecy, the Spear of Mwene. A weapon blessed by the gods would break any curse. But it was hidden in the Cave of Echoes, a place where no man returned the same. Leaving Adanna under the protection of his most trusted warriors, Jelani embarked on a perilous quest. The Cave of Echoes was a labyrinth of illusions, where whispers of past regrets tormented those who entered. "You were never meant to be king," the shadows taunted. "Your love made you weak." But Jelani pressed on, fueled by memories of Adanna's laughter, of their child's first breath. At the heart of the cave, he found the spear, pulsing with golden light. When Jelani returned, Nia's forces had already breached the palace gates. A brutal battle raged, but Jelani knew this war would not be won by swords alone. He confronted Nia at the throne, the Spear of Mwene glowing in his grip. "Lift the curse," he demanded. Nia smirked. "Or what? You'll kill me? Then the curse will never end." But Jelani did something unexpected. He dropped the spear. "I will not fight you, Nia," he said. "I wronged you. My rejection was harsh, and for that I ask forgiveness." For the first time, Nia hesitated. No one had ever shown her mercy. Torn between vengeance and redemption, Nia finally lowered her blade. "Your love, it defies even hatred," she whispered. With a trembling hand, she shattered the cursed amulet. The kingdom was healed. But Nia, consumed by her own darkness for too long, could not stay. As dawn broke, she vanished into the wilderness, leaving behind only a single white lotus, a symbol of rebirth. Adanna recovered, and Ufalme Miti thrived once more. Jelani, wiser now, ruled not just as a king, but as a man who had faced his own pride and chosen love over power. Yet, as the elders often say, where there is light, shadows linger. Some say Nia still wanders the forest, her heart caught between vengeance and peace. And some say she will return.